Hello friends, welcome to our video on Ashwa Old Coins, the Susan B. Anthony dollar coin, which was first released by the U.S. Mint in 1979, has an interesting history and geographical context. Let me give you a full overview of the 1999 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar and the 1980 dollar coin, as well as some insight into the minting process and historical significance. The 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar is part of a significant chapter in U.S. coinage history, as it was the first dollar coin issued by the U.S. Mint in over 30 years. This coin was issued in honor of Susan B. Anthony, a key figure in the women's suffrage movement. Here's a detailed history and geography-based context for the 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar. The push for the coin. In the late 1970s, the U.S. Mint was exploring options to create a new dollar coin. The last dollar coin, the Eisenhower dollar, had been issued from 1971 to 1978, but it had a large size and it wasn't widely used in circulation. In the search for a smaller, more practical dollar coin, the U.S. Mint looked for an appropriate figure to be featured on the new coin, and Susan B. Anthony, who had fought for women's rights and the right to vote, was chosen for her historical significance. Design of the coin. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was designed by artist Frank Gasparo, who also designed the reverse of the Kennedy half-dollar. The obverse features a portrait of Susan B. Anthony, with her name inscribed above her likeness. The reverse design shows an eagle in flight, encircled by a wreath, with the inscription United States of America and E pluribus unum. The year of issue is also inscribed on the reverse. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was produced in 1979, 1980, and 1981, with additional special mintages later on. The 1980 P. Philadelphia Mint coin specifically refers to the version produced at the Philadelphia Mint. The coin was minted from an alloy of copper, nickel, and a small percentage of manganese. The 1980 coin was produced in large numbers, but the coin was not widely accepted due to its size and similarity in appearance to the quarter dollar, which led to confusion. The Susan B. Anthony dollar is 26.5 millimeters in diameter, smaller than its predecessor, the Eisenhower dollar, 38.1 millimeters. It weighs 8.1 grams, also lighter than the Eisenhower dollar, which weighed 22.68 grams. The Susan B. Anthony dollar faced a mixed reception. While it honored an important figure in American history, it was widely considered unpopular due to its similarity in size and appearance to the quarter. As a result, the coin was not widely circulated and was not adopted for use in vending machines, public transportation, or other day-to-day transactions. This lack of acceptance contributed to the coin's discontinuation after the 1981 minting. However, the coin is still in circulation today and holds value as a historical piece. The Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P Mint mark on the coin, has been one of the primary production facilities of the U.S. Mint. Founded in 1792, the Philadelphia Mint is the original mint facility in the U.S. and continues to play a major role in coin production, especially for circulating coins. The Mint is located in the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a historically significant city that served as the U.S. capital before Washington, D.C. It was also the site of many foundational events in American history, such as the signing of the Declaration of Independence and the drafting of the U.S. Constitution. Geography of production. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was produced at multiple U.S. Mint locations over its lifespan, but the 1980 version with the P Mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The coin was intended to be circulated throughout the United States, though it saw limited use in many areas, particularly outside urban centers, where larger denominations like paper money were preferred. The coin's production was part of the broader effort to modernize the U.S. coinage system. However, its challenges in circulation meant that it was quickly overshadowed by the successful introduction of the Sacagawea dollar in 2000, which replaced the Susan B. Anthony dollar. Although the Susan B. Anthony dollar didn't achieve widespread circulation or adoption, it holds a special place in numismatic history. The coin's symbolic role in honoring Susan B. Anthony, one of the most important figures in the struggle for women's rights in the United States, ensures its continued relevance. In terms of collectability, the 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar can be found relatively easily in circulated condition. However, in uncirculated or proof condition, it can carry a premium for collectors, especially in sets or with unique attributes like error coins, for instance, those with unusual minting mistakes. Over time, the coin has become a piece of interest for collectors focused on U.S. currency history, women's suffrage, and the evolution of the U.S. dollar coin. The 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar stands as a testament to the United States' evolving approach to coinage and its recognition of important figures in American history. Despite its limited success in terms of circulation, the coin continues to be an important symbol of the legacy of Susan B. Anthony and the women's suffrage movement. It remains a valuable piece of American numismatic history, and its relatively small production figures ensure it is a collector's item to this day. The 1999 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar is a coin from the United States that is notable not only for its unique design, but also for its historical significance. It is the last year the U.S. Mint produced the Susan B. Anthony dollar, and it holds a distinct place in U.S. coinage history. Let's dive deep into its history, geography, and design. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was introduced in 1979 by the U.S. Mint, with the goal of creating a coin that would replace the Eisenhower dollar, which had not seen widespread use. The coin was designed to honor Susan B. Anthony, a prominent American suffragist who played a major role in the women's suffrage movement, which led to the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, granting women the right to vote. Her image was chosen to serve as a tribute to her tireless work for women's rights. While the coin's purpose was to serve as a replacement for the larger Eisenhower dollar, it faced significant challenges. One of the biggest issues was the similarity in size and appearance between the Susan B. Anthony dollar and the quarter. This confusion in the coinage led to a lack of public acceptance, and the coin's usage was limited. It was discontinued after 1981, but there was a resurgence of production in 1999 due to the need for more dollar coins to meet the growing demand in the economy. The 1999 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P mint mark, and it bears the same design as earlier versions. The coin is made of a copper-nickel clad composition and has a diameter of 26.5 millimeters. It has a smooth edge and a weight of 8.1 grams. The obverse front of the coin features a portrait of Susan B. Anthony, designed by Frank Asparo, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. The design shows her facing slightly to the right, with her hair styled in a bun and wearing a headband. Surrounding the portrait is the inscription Liberty along the top, the date 1999 at the bottom, and the words, "In God We Trust," to the left. The reverse back of the coin features an eagle in flight, with the words United States of America and E Pluribus Unum around it. Below the eagle is the inscription $1, which indicates the coin's denomination. The design on the reverse was also created by Frank Asparo. The 1999 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the primary facilities for coin production in the United States. That year marked the final year the U.S. Mint produced the Susan B. Anthony dollar. By this time, the public had largely embraced paper currency and coin alternatives such as the Sacagawea dollar, which replaced the Susan B. Anthony dollar in 2000. In total, about 31 million Susan B. Anthony dollars were minted in Philadelphia that year, making the 1999 P version one of the most common among collectors, though it still holds significance because of the coin's discontinuation after that year. The United States Mint has several locations across the country where coins are produced. The Philadelphia Mint, where the 1999 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar was minted, is one of the oldest and most well-known mints in the country. It opened in 1792 and has been producing coins ever since, along with other important functions like coin design and storing the nation's gold and silver reserves. In addition to the Philadelphia Mint, there are other mints in the United States, including the Denver Mint, the San Francisco Mint, and the West Point Mint. The Philadelphia Mint has historically been the site for most of the country's coin production, and it still holds a prominent place in the history of American numismatics. The 1999 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar holds a special place in the history of U.S. coinage because it was the last year the coin was minted. While it had faced widespread disuse and was discontinued after 1981, The reissue in 1999 was seen as a final effort by the U.S. Mint to circulate the dollar coin. However, it ultimately failed to gain widespread popularity due to a combination of factors, including its similarity to the quarter and the general public's resistance to using dollar coins. The coin remains historically significant for its commemoration of Susan B. Anthony's work in women's rights and its role in the U.S. dollar coin series. Despite its lack of circulation, the 1999p Susan B. Anthony dollar holds value for collectors, especially those interested in coins tied to social movements and those who focus on U.S. coinage history. For numismatists and coin collectors, the 1999p Susan B. Anthony dollar can be a fascinating addition to any collection. While the coin's face value is $1, its collector value can vary depending on its condition. Coins that are uncirculated or in pristine condition can be worth more, especially if they have been well preserved. Some collectors also seek out coins with specific mint marks, as these coins may be rarer or more historically significant. The 1999p version of the coin, along with others in the series, is often part of coin sets that feature coins from various U.S. mints. Some collectors also look for rare varieties or errors in the coin's production, which can sometimes lead to higher values. The 1999p Susan B. Anthony dollar serves as a fitting conclusion to a coin that had a somewhat short and turbulent history. While the coin was not widely adopted during its time in circulation, it represents an important moment in American history, celebrating Susan B. Anthony's contributions to the country and the ongoing struggle for women's rights. Even today, it remains an interesting and sometimes overlooked piece of numismatic history. Whether you are a history buff, a coin collector, or someone interested in U.S. currency, the 1999p Susan B. Anthony dollar provides a glimpse into the challenges and successes of coinage design, the legacy of a prominent historical figure, and the cultural significance of U.S. money throughout time.